Hi, my name is Alex Rubel, and I'm here to talk to you about debunking brain myths. Specifically today we're going to talk about Brain Gym, which is an educational resource that's being utilized across the UK and seems to have absolutely no foundation in any kind of neuroscience, although it deals with neuroscience specifically. Just to start, a couple of general statistics about myths in education. 7 out of 15 myths fool more than 50% of educators. So a lot of us believe in the things that we aren't necessarily sure are solid and foundational in science. 80% of teachers believe that the differences in dominance and hemispheres in your brain, left and right brain thinking, explain individual differences among learners, and we don't have any scientific basis for that yet. Teachers also believe that short bouts of coordinated exercise improve the integration of left and right brain hemisphere function, and again, that's something that we don't have any basis for scientifically. And we also believe that individual learners learn best when they receive information in their preferred learning style, for example, auditorily, visually, or kinesthetically, when in fact we know that there's an integrated way that we learn regardless of what we prefer. Regarding Brain Gym, the second statistic that I gave you that says that teachers often believe that short bouts of coordinated exercise can improve integration of left and right brain function is the basis of Brain Gym. You do simple activities, something like this, where you press on your sternum to integrate your left and your right brain thinking. You do things like massaging your cheeks to get the different muscles in your brain to connect. They do things like figure eights with your pencils over and over and over again to increase fluidity in your writing. And this is a program that was created by an educator in California many, many years ago. And although there isn't any real scientific basis, and the creator himself will say there's no basis in neuroscience for this, no basis to say whether or not this is actually integrating your brain, people are using it and people are finding that they're having tremendous results with it. There are kids that sound believers in Brain Gym, which makes you wonder why it is that it's effective, whether or not it's truly an effective way to engage students, whether or not it's truly a way to connect your left and right brain, even though neuroscientists are telling us that there's no basis for whether or not these things go together. Doing this has absolutely nothing to do with whether or not my left and right brain are connected. But I think that a lot of it has to do with the placebo effect. In education, we're often looking for some kind of fix. We're looking for a pill that we can swallow to make things magical and functioning exactly how we want them to be. And that doesn't exist. So we look to programs like Brain Gym so that we can say, if I do these very, very simple things, magic is going to happen. And that placebo effect we see in lots of different situations outside of education and inside of education. But when you have a kid who can tell you that in working in Brain Gym, in doing these exercises, my handwriting got better, you wonder, did that student's handwriting get better? Or does that student think his handwriting is getting better? Is that student focused more on his handwriting because he's doing exercises that are meant to improve his handwriting? So I think that the general gist of Brain Gym is that it's junk. But with any myth, with anything that is unfounded, there has to be a basis somewhere. And perhaps Brain Gym's basis is really just giving students a kind of ladder to get where they're going. It's giving them a foundation of saying, this is where I'm at, this is my focus. So if my focus is on the fluidity of my handwriting, I can say this is going to help. And I will do this until it helps. Whether or not this is what's helping or the actual function of thinking about my handwriting constantly is what's helping. And that's what I have to say about Brain Gym.